Hi and welcome to T10 Info TV SK channel. My name is Syed. Here I am with the latest news for 23 October 2023. Saudi Foundation commit $2.6 million to advance aging science. Evolution Foundation, headquartered in Riyadh, is a non-profit funded by the Saudi government aiming to invest up to $1 billion annually in aging research and health span science. Established by royal decree in 2018 and led by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, it officially began operation in 2021, pioneering the support of independent research and entrepreneurship in health span science. Saudi Festival on track to be Kingdom's biggest creative marketing industry gathering, predicts event chairman. Saudi Arabia's Athar festival has potentially to be largest gathering of the creative marketing industry ever staged in the kingdom, the event chairman has predicted. Set to take place from November 13 to 16 at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Riyadh, around 1,500 delegates are expected to attend. At the festival will feature 12 academies for young professionals. Malaysian Prime Minister praises MWL's role in promoting unity. Dr. Muhammad bin Abdul Karim Al Isa, Secretary General of the Muslim World League and Chairman of the Organization of Muslim Scholars, received Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim at the League office in Riyadh. During the meeting, Ibrahim Al Isa discussed several topics of common interest, the Saudi press agency reported on Sunday. Saudi and French Defense Minister discuss effort to calm regional escalation. Saudi Arabia's Minister of Defense Prince Khalid bin Salman received a phone call from French Minister of the Armed Forces Sebastian, the state-run SPA news agency reported on Saturday. During the call, they reviewed bilateral relations and existing cooperation in the defense field and discussed joint coordination regarding issue and development in the region and efforts aimed at calming the situation. They also discussed the latest development in Gaza and the international efforts being made to end the crisis. Indonesia seeks free trade talk with Saudi Arabia and GCC. Indonesia hopes to start talks on a free trade pact with Saudi Arabia and the Gulf Cooperation Council. A minister has said that Indonesian president meeting with Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman in Riyadh. Trade between the Southeast Asian nation and the kingdom has been on the rise, increasing an average about 5% annually between 2018 and 2022. Meanwhile, Indonesia trade with GCC countries was valued at $16 billion last year, showcasing a 25% rise compared to 2021. Japan advises its citizens to evacuate Lebanon and Israel border area immediately. Japan's foreign minister raised the danger alert for the Lebanon-Israel border zone to level 4, the highest level signifying evacuate immediately. The safety division of the foreign ministry explained the background of the advice. Missiles were launched by armed group in southern Lebanon toward Israel since October 7. Incident reporting bombing border defense and invading Israel territory and mortar shells have been confirmed on the neighboring border with Syria. That means there is an extremely high risk of being involved in an unexpected situation. A second envoy of a truck entered the Egyptian side of the Rafah border, crossing on Sunday heading toward the Gaza Strip, according to Egyptian security and humanitarian source at Rafah. A total of around 19 trucks carrying medical and food supplies has been inspected by UNRWA, the UN's Palestinian Refugee Agency, the sources said. United States advised citizens not to travel to Iraq after recent attack on US personnel. The US State Department said on Sunday US citizens should not travel to Iraq after recent attack on US troops and personnel in the region. I have no desire for revenge, ex-Prime Minister Sharif says at homecoming rally after return to Pakistan from exile. Former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, whose last 3 terms in office ended unexpectedly and whose previous reigns were marred by confrontation with the military and political revolts, on Saturday said the homecoming rally after returning from self-exile that he had no desire for revenge. The former premier arrived in Pakistan after 4 years of living in self-imposed exile in London. He touched down in Islamabad to clear immigration and then flew onwards to Lahore, where crowds of supporters awaited him at the iconic Minar-e-Pakistan monument. Australian Prime Minister announces China visit hours before leaving for US to meet Biden. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese said he will visit China in early November, making the announcement Sunday hours before he was to fly to the United States to meet with President Joe Biden. Mr. Albanese also said China agreed late Saturday to review the crippling tariff it levied on Australian wine that have effectively blocked trade with the winemaker biggest export market since 2020. Former Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif moves to restore appeal against conviction. Former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif signed application on his return to Pakistan to restore pending appeals against his conviction in the Avinfield apartment and Al Azizia corruption case. The 3-time Prime Minister and Supremo of Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz returned to Pakistan on October 21 after spending 4 years in self-imposed exile in London. India sends humanitarian assistance to Gaza Strip. India on Sunday became the latest country to rush help to the civilian population of Gaza Strip, which is facing blockade and Israeli military operation. The relief material was delivered to the Egyptian Red Crescent at the Al Arish airbase of Egypt, located close to the Gaza border. An IAF C-17 flight carrying nearly 6.5 tons of medical aid and 32 tons of disaster relief material for the people of Palestine departs for Al Arish airport in Egypt. The material include essential life-saving medicine, surgical item, tent, sleeping bags, tarpaulin, sanitary utility, water purification tablet, among other necessary items, said official spokesperson Arindam Bakchi. Manipur tribals protest deployment of additional police commands in border town Moreh. A section of tribal women in Manipur Moreh town bordering Myanmar has been protesting against the deployment of additional police commands for the past few days. Women are on site at Chikim village around 3 km from Tenugupal district, Moreh at Kuki majority town. Public service delivery, the duty of the government, Nadda reacts to Kharge objection to Rat Prabharis. BJP President JP Nadda termed Congress President Mallikarjuna Kharge letter which objected to a government order that reportedly asked senior government officers to be deployed as Rath Prabharis in various districts in showcase the achievement of the Modi government, baffling and remarked that governance was an alien concept of the opposition party. Mr. Nadda's reaction on X came after Mr. Kharge wrote to Prime Minister Narendra Modi objecting to a government order on Rath Prabharis. Mr. Jaishankar says no danger to distance anymore. Any expectation that conflict and terrorism can be contained in the impact is no longer tenable, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar said on Sunday. In an address at an event, Mr. Jaishankar, delving into geopolitical uphill witnessing the world, said the ripple impact of what is taking place right now in the Middle East is still not entirely clear. Mr. Jaishankar slams Canada's inability to provide safety to diplomats. Canada's inability to provide safety and security to Indian diplomats challenges the most fundamental aspect of the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar said on Sunday. Mr. Jaishankar remark came today after Canada withdrew 41 of its diplomats from India and paused walk-in service at its consulate in Mumbai, Bengaluru and Chandigarh, affecting Canadian visa facility for Indians. Indian missions in Canada had stopped issuing visas last month, but Mr. Jaishankar said that India would like to resume visa service if the working conditions for Indian diplomats improve in Canada. Election Commission to hire 1 million people for support in Pakistan. The Election Commission plans to hire about 1 million people for the preparation and necessary support for the general election in Pakistan, which are likely to be held at the end of January. According to a report by Pakistan State News Agency APP, preliminary estimate by the Election Commission suggests there will be around 7 million polling staff members and that the number including security personnel will rise to around 900,000 to 1 million. The final tally will be confirmed after the election schedule is announced, the report said. Elections can't be delayed on wishes of two political parties, says PPP's Kundi. PPP leader Faisal Karim Kundi on Sunday said the Election Commission of Pakistan was bound by the constitution and could not delay polls on the wishes of two political parties. His remarks came as the PPP has stepped up its demand for holding timely election during a rally in Karachi earlier this week. PPP chairperson Bilawal Bhutto Zardari had called for the immediate announcement of election date. That's all in today's headlines. Keep watching T10 Info TV SK channel by subscribing and do hit the bell icon to receive notification and more updates.